What's up, everyone? All right, so here we are, 71st day of the year and another red day. So right now I'm in a little bit of a rut. Actually, 4 of the last 5 days have been red. Now, yesterday I made almost $5,000, which was a great day. But today was a really close call because on my, second or third trade, I was actually down $8,000 before I worked my way out of that loss. It ended up closing as only a $160 loss, which by itself was a big win. Now, a lot of traders practice the strategy of averaging down, and I don't do that. So if I'm in a trade where I instantly am down $8,000, I don't buy more shares. Now, if you do it and it goes back up, you don't have to go all the way back up to your first entry point to break even. If you double your position and you go back up halfway, you're at break even. So, in this instance, averaging down could have really changed that trade. It could have turned it from a small loss, $160 loss, actually to a winning trade. But if it had kept going down, it could have doubled the loss from 8,000 to 15 or 20,000. That could have been catastrophic. Even though I could afford it on the month right now, being up 72 grand, I don't want a loss that big. So this was a little bit of a close call, and I'm needing to kind of take the warning, look at those caution flags, and slow down a little bit. So tomorrow I'm going to trade a smaller size again. Even though I'd love to have a big win, I just have to trade smart and reduce my risk. In the afternoon or in the later morning here today, we ended up seeing a really good momentum trade on CHEK. And it's just the luck of the draw that I ended up missing it. I don't trade at that time of day typically, but it really ended up working out well. So that's a good sign maybe that we will see more momentum tomorrow or through the rest of the week. But until we see stocks really hold that second move, I've got to be a little careful. So I'm going to ease up on the throttle a little bit, just try to finish this week in good shape. Right now I'm up $3,500 on the week, right around there, yeah, because I was $4,800 yesterday and then down $1,300 today total, so $3,500 on the week. Green is good. I'm not going to beat myself up, not get FOMO, just stay focused. Staying focused is how I turned an $8,000 loser into a break-even trade. Staying focused is how I'm going to keep myself in good shape this month. So that's the name of the game. Anyways, we'll break them all down in today's midday market recap. What's up, everyone? All right, so time for our midday market recap. Today was a close call. I was trying to ride the momentum that we started yesterday with a $4,800 winner, and today I gave back some of those gains down about $1,300 on the day. Now, the thing today that was a little scary is I had a couple of close calls. I had my very first trade of the day was on CHEK, and on that one, this was on my watch list. Actually, I already have it up. It was on my watch list as a gap and go trade continuation over yesterday's high of 780, which it tapped twice pre-market. So I had my order ready to buy 15,000 shares at 790 as soon as the bell rang. The bell rings, it pops up, I press the orders, and instantly it's already at 820. I mean, it went without me. So I ended up I tried to add 7,500 shares at 850, and I only filled 1,900. It squeezes up to a high of 932. I'm up $2,000, and it's halted. It then opens and taps a high of 995. I decided to be aggressive and add at 970 and 988, and then it dropped. And it dropped hard, instantly back down to 850. It then popped back up to 925 and 927, and I was scaling out into the drop and into the pop back up. I went from being up $2,000 to down $209, which was really disappointing. So, I pushed my luck. I was too aggressive, and I paid the price. So that cost me a win right out of the gates, and so I started the day in the red. Second trade was here, HEAR. This was hitting our momentum scanners,
hits the scanners. It pops up from about 480 up to 490, $5. I jump in with 10,000 shares at 5. It hits a high of 526. That's $2,600 of profit. But then it dropped all the way back down here to 466. I stop out with a $1,500 loss. So I'm in the red on that one. And with that, with 2 trades, I'm down $1,700 on the day. And I'm like, this day is falling apart. It's 9:38 and this is not looking good. So at that point, I was sort of like, all right, well, that might be it for me today. And then LEDS, our old friend, hits the scanners. And, I looked at it and initially I was kind of thinking, not sure I like it. But you can see it popped up to 372, consolidates sideways, and then it opens up. I jumped in at 390. It pops up to 403 and is halted. It resumes higher and hits a high of 441 and then drops all the way back down here to 380. On this one, again, I tried to add coming out of the halt. I didn't get filled, so I was in at 390. My order to buy at, I don't know what it was, 420 or something like that, didn't get filled. Canceled it, sold half at 410. The rest break even at 391. Only made $560 on that trade. It comes down, consolidates sideways, and then right here it starts to curl back up. And I was like, all right, this is interesting. I'm going to watch it, but I don't think I'm really interested unless it breaks the high of day, which is 440. So it starts to curl up. It breaks over 440. And that's where I jumped in. So then I'm jumping in there at 440, 450, selling some. So I'm long like 10,000 shares at 445. Had to sell some because it didn't really work out super well. Added back at 456, 460. And I'm just kind of scalping it. By the way, CHEK, big resumption there, tapping a high of 1148. But the problem is what we've been seeing on these stocks is that they haven't been holding these levels. So we'll see what this does. I mean, I'm not going to trade it because it would be asking for trouble, but it looks like it's going to get halted here at 1155. Look at that. So frustrating. From $8, $9 all the way up to 1155. That's the one that works. Bummer. So it hasn't halted yet. Waiting for that H. Still orders going through, and that's that halt false breakout. Oh, that's so scary when that happens. So now it's dropped back down to 1117, 1116. It looked like it was going to be halted, and it's not. So now a lot of times people that buy going into those halts, they panic and sell. Surprisingly, it's holding up, and now it looks like it could get halted up here around 12. It's getting close to being halted again. I'm feeling the FOMO because I'm missing this opportunity, but it is what it is. You know what? I'm only down $1,200. I'm still up 3,500 on the week. Green is good. Don't worry about it. High a day on this is now 1250. You see it breaks 1240, it's going to go 1275 real quick. This stock is a fast mover, but daily resistance is at $13. That's where we have resistance up here. So that's the level that short sellers are probably going to look at for possible resistance, the 200 moving average. So anyways, on LEDS, I got back into it and I ended up adding into a halt, kind of like this. It's just halted at 981. So I added and I had all the way up to 16,000 shares. 16,000 shares. Well, it opens, it taps $5, and then it drops. It does the opposite of what CHEK just did. It drops. And I go from being up 4,000 up here at the top to down 4,000. Actually, I was down 8,000 right down here. An $8,000 loss. Ugh, so frustrating. And I said, you know what? All right, what's my max pain on this? And I said, if it breaks below 410, I'm going to stop out. Because that was kind of the high of this previous tap. So previous resistance becomes support. So if it breaks below 410, I'm out. And I said, I'll give it room. I'll give it room. It's bouncing off the 9 moving average on the 5 minute. I'll give it a chance to curl back up. And it did. It curled back up, and I was able to piece back out of that trade, break even. From down $8,000, down almost $10,000 on the day, to break even. I lost $160. I lost 1 cent per share, and it was a close one. So, that's the thing, is that CHEK buying into the halt, it worked really well here. We went all the way up to 1285. Buying into the halt back here, it didn't work very well. Buying into the halt on LEDS didn't work very well. So I'm not sure what the rhyme or reason is on that, but CHEK, maybe a somewhat recent reverse split back here, as you can see. Nice, strong daily chart. Well, now hitting resistance, but strong up until this point. I guess this one just had the juice. It had the momentum. So this is a move that could squeeze out short sellers so badly, because if they're holding this short, remember, there's short sellers out there that hold these for days. They'll think, look, I'm going to short it here, and it's probably going to go back to, $4 in 3 days. I'm going to just keep holding it. So when all of a sudden you have this pop, it catches them off guard. When it breaks the high of day, that's when the squeeze is on. And this broke high of day, and then boom, squeeze from $9.95 up to $12.85. That's crazy. So I'm the guy that lost $200 on this stock today, despite it being up 69%. You can't win them all, and I try not to have too much FOMO and not beat myself up for it. But I didn't trade today really. I don't know. Today just wasn't easy for me. The momentum for the way I like to trade, it wasn't there. This kind of surprise move at 11:30 or 11:15 is not usually what I go for. So it is what it is. But you know what? I'm going to walk away today still up $72,000 on the month, up $221,000 on the year. Life is good. You're not going to catch every single one of them. If you're walking away green more days than not, you're doing something that 9 out of 10 traders aren't able to do. So give yourself a pat on the back if you're green today, even if you didn't maximize on every opportunity. Give yourself a pat on the back if you're green this month. Again, even if you didn't maximize every opportunity. Green is good. So this right now is my 5th best month of all time. I was hoping to get above $85,000 this month, but I'm $13,000 off that level. So if I do get above 85,000, this will be my 2nd best month of all time. And yeah, I will have missed some opportunities, but I will have done a good job on capitalizing on enough of them to bring home some really good profits. So anyways, that's about it for me today. Anyone watching, love to have you guys subscribe to the channel. Give me the thumbs up. When I do live broadcasts, you'll get email alerts when I go live, so you'll be able to check those out. And throw your comments down below, and I'll come back and answer them later this afternoon. And we'll see what CHEK does throughout the rest of the day. Maybe this one will be in play tomorrow. Who knows? This could be the next stock that goes to $20. But one of the problems on it is the lack of a strong catalyst. It's a technical breakout. Technical breakouts work, but the risk of a T12 halt becomes higher and higher. Stocks up 70% on no news start to, raise some eyebrows. So at this point, it's getting a little outside my go-to price range, and I'll probably wait for better opportunities, but we'll see what we have in store for us tomorrow. So anyways, we'll be back at it tomorrow, first thing, 9:15 for pre-market analysis, and we'll see if we can find a couple of stocks to trade. All right, that's it for me. I hope you guys have a great afternoon, and I'll see you in the morning. Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Well, I was just working on the dream board for my next home run trade. Hopefully it comes soon. Until then, make sure you subscribe to get email alerts anytime I go live or upload new videos. Until then, happy surfing